So right now, being the week in between Christmas and New Year's, I hope you're not working too hard. Hopefully you're chilling, sitting back, relaxing, watching this video, having a good old time. What I got to do today is I want to prime the side of the car so that way I can check my work. I've been working on the car every single day, even though it's been a little cold over here, but I cannot complain in Florida. Today we're back up to. You don't care about the weather over here if it's cold over there, I know that. So let's just get right into it and get started.
And now, you're watching the Would I Rather Be Feared or Loved Easy, both. I want people to be afraid of how much they love me. Channel of YouTube. Welcome to Bodie Vision.
Hey, so what is up and welcome, and thank you so much for joining me on yet another video. So the first thing that I want to get into is priming this side of the car so that way I can check my work. So I'm going to prime it, then I'm going to put a guide coat on the car, then I'm going to be blocking the entire side of the car, meaning I'm going to be taking my block. I have many different sizes of set blocks, and I'm just going to be sanding the panel down, getting rid of almost all of that primer, and I might have to repeat that process a handful of times. Now this can cause a problem with a car with over fenders that the riv nuts have already been installed, because we don't want primer getting into those riv nuts every single time we're priming the car. So a quick, easy, simple solution is, if you can see, this is just a little foam earplug. So what you do when you put it in your ear, you kind of squeeze it, you get it smaller, put it in your ear, it expands. So why don't you just do the same exact thing in a riv nut hole or any kind of threaded hole for that matter. So I just squeeze it, put it in there, and you can take a little flathead if you want to and shove it in there a little bit more. And I'll actually cut it off and then use it again for the next hole, so I get 2 holes per plug. It's a really cheap, easy, simple solution for making sure you're not getting primer and paint and all that stuff into a hole, and it stays in because it's held from the inside as opposed to being taped on the outside. So that's quick, easy, good solution. So at this point we are ready for primer. Now you might be wondering and wanting to ask, why am I not bodyworking the entire car, then priming the entire car? And I agree with you that that's how you should do it in most circumstances, but for this car, the amount of bodywork that I had to do on this side, I just want to continue to focus on this side because it's fresh on my mind. I don't want to blur the lines of what needs to be done and what doesn't need to be done. I'm just going to focus on over here, prime over here, block over here, get this side completely done to where I'm satisfied with it before I move on to the next side, and the hood, and the roof, and the back, and the front. I just want to focus on this side. So believe it or not, I don't know if you could really see a huge difference from the car before to where I just primed it, but now that there's primer on it, I can really see how much that body line is back, and I'm extremely happy with how it looks. I mean, I knew I had a lot of work left to do, but it doesn't really look like I have too much to do. I think I can block that car one more time, prime it one more time, and that should be good for that. So what I have to do now, I gotta wait for that primer to dry before I can do much more on the car. I don't want to create a bunch of dust. What's up, Lola? She's trying to play. So for Christmas, what I got right here, I got a lip. This was sent in the mail, and if you've ever got a lip in the mail, you know that it can be all tweaked and messed up. So what I did is I screwed it to my table right here, and I let it get nice and warm in the sun all day long. So I'm gonna take this lip, that's actually an SIR lip, throw it on my daily right here. 2000 Honda Civic 4-door with the ITR wheels. I took the hood bra off because it started raining and I didn't want it to get all wet and ruined and whatnot. But either way, let's get that lip thrown on. The car definitely needs it. Come on, girl. Ready? Alright, so for what this car is, being the ultimate budget daily, I got this car for $600. I've been driving it around. No complaints about the car. It's been pretty good to me. So that looks good. Got the lip on there. I'm gonna just leave it black for now, especially because the side skirts are black. Everything else on the car that is black, like the mirrors, the side moldings, there's a bunch of black and white panda vibes going on. So I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. Like I said, I might paint the entire car eventually, but as of right now, it looks good, runs good, drives good, cold AC. And now I want to do some more stuff on the Celica, but I got another little project to do, so let's just get into that right now, and then by tomorrow morning that primer will be plenty ready for me to go to block it. Yeah, I could start sanding on the other side, but I don't want to get mentally distracted with what I got going on. Alright, so we got the old trusty shop truck. Now I set up my camera and I forgot to hit record as far as installing and throwing on the tint, but overall it looks pretty good. The main reason why I wanted to tint these windows is because I got that nice decal saying the whole Bodie Vision. I want to show off the brand and show off the name as I'm driving and whatnot, so you couldn't see it very well as the truck was just a fishbowl. So my thought was, if I tint it, get it nice and dark behind it, the white's going to stand out that much more. This is actually 15% tint, just the cheapest stuff I could find on Amazon, and I think it'll be pretty good. So we got 2 small projects knocked out. We got the lip thrown on the Civic, got some tint thrown on the back window here. I'm still debating. I don't know if I'm going to do the truck all the way around. I'm going to see how this looks in the next couple of days if I did a decent job. If I did a good job, I might do more of it. So we got the Civic done, like I said. We got the shop truck knocked out. So in the morning, the primer should be all dry, set up, ready to go. We can start with that guide coat and then start blocking the silica. So at this point we primed it, did the guide coat, and then I blocked it with a 180. Now that I did a little bit more body work and I exposed a bunch of the lower body work, you can really see how not straight the panel was. As soon as you start working that guide coat out, you can start to see the different layers, and now I'm gonna prime it again. But the next time I block it, I'm probably gonna block it with a 320 because we wanna try to start to eliminate some of those rougher grits. And if I don't break through anywhere, which I'm hoping I won't, then I'm gonna go ahead and sand that down with a 600, and that'll be my final layer before sealer, base coat, and clear coat. So right now we are at a really good point. Now all I gotta do is focus on getting the rest of the car to the point that this side is on. Then I gotta focus on getting the doors off, fenders off, working on what's going to make this car a color change. Painting inside the jams, blah, 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 blah. You should know the process by now if you've been watching a lot of the videos. If you haven't and you're new around here, welcome. Appreciate you checking in. So that's going to be it for this one, you guys. I know New Year's is coming up. Hopefully you're not working too hard, taking it easy. If I don't see you before then, Happy New Year. Like this video, comment, subscribe. Check out all the links down below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm out.